Hey everyone, Tony Walsh here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Saturday, what is it today? August 30th. So if I was to ask you what season this is, if you're from the South, you're gonna say it's SEC football, and it is. So you see my Georgia Bulldog National Championship t-shirt there, so I'll wear this every Saturday. Hopefully we can pull off another one. Got a lot of faith, but sometimes things don't go our way here on Earth. So besides it being SEC football season, it's also pear season. And if you see in the buckets behind me, there are five-gallon buckets full of pears. So let's see what we got. So I said there's five-gallon buckets, and there is, but there's only about 4.5 at the most pears in there, because that was as tall as I could reach on the tree. And I didn't video it because I had the granddaughters with me, and trying to corral them next to a dirt road, pick pears and all that was a little tough, so I didn't video. So you can see we've got multiples of different sizes, and the two biggest things we do with pears are pear halves, that we can them and put them in a syrup so you can eat them later, and then we do pear relish, and we've done some pear jelly and pear preserves and pie filling and all that before. So the first thing we have to do is sort these out by size, because those that you have with pear halves, you know, need to be bigger. And like I say, we put them in a corn syrup, and or not a corn syrup, but a syrup later, and I'll show all this. But you know, some people eat them with cottage cheese in the middle of it. Some of them will put some other, you know, I've seen some with mayonnaise in them. You know, people will fill them with different, and they may top it with, you know, shredded cheese or a maraschino cherry. And to me, that is nasty from the pear point of view. I mean, either the pear is good and it don't need all that other junk, but some people do. It is a delicacy here in the South, at least, and most everybody in my family eats it, but I don't think John does. But anyways, let's get these sorted out by size. Okay, we got them separated. So over here are the small ones, and you see the stem still on them. So those will be for the pear relish or anything else that we can conjure up. And then here are the ones that we're gonna make pear halves out of. So we got this tub here full, and then some in this bucket here. And we actually ended up with more than what we thought we would. So this is gonna turn out right. So I tried to explain the pear halves to you a while ago, and we did find a jar. So this is what I mean by pear halves, and that is some delicious eating. And then here is our pear relish. So let me flip it over like this. It's really just pickle relish, but instead of cucumbers, it's pears. So it's got all your peppers or anything else, how you want to do it. You're just using pears instead of pickles. And so we use it in tuna fish, put it on hot dogs, any dish that you would put pickle relish in. You could also put pear relish. Okay, we've got our station set up. So you see over here, I've already peeled a few pears and got the peelings here, but we're using the rapid peeler by Go Get Peeling, or that's what it says, just rapid peeler. Come from Amazon. We bought it. They're not sponsoring us, but here's how it's set up. So you see the prongs here, so we just set the pear on top of it, slide this down, stab it there at the top to hold it. There's a little on-off switch right over here. Now you see these got brown spots, and I'll show you how Jackie fixes that in just a moment. Okay, so it peels that quick. So you just pick that back up, put it in our water and fruit fresh. Peelings go in the bucket to feed the chickens, feed the deer, whatever else we do with them. And that is the part of this station. Okay, so you can see Jackie here at her station, and she's just got an apple core. And sometimes the cores on these pears aren't straight, so even though you might start at the correct spot at the top, you'll see in a moment that it can get off-centered a little bit. So she's got the core out there. just comes out. Again, we'll throw these out for the deer to eat. So you see the peeler, so she cuts it in half. And the peeler doesn't do the very top or the bottom because, you know, the pear's just such odd shaped. So here she's trimming off what the peeler didn't peel. She's cutting out that little spot there. And goes to the other end, cuts the peeling off. And that makes a nice, pretty pear half right there. Now I can eat them just out of the syrup, just like that. I can open up the jar and eat like that. But what I was talking about, the core not getting all of it, is the see there, she's cutting out a little brown spot. But I don't know if you can see right there in the middle. See that shiny part is still some of the core. So she just got a little scoop there that she scoops out. Sometimes you have to take your paring knife and cut it out. Like I say, that's just is what it is. But that is a good, fresh, homemade pear half. None of this canned stuff that's got the artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and all that mess. Pure homemade, the way God intended it to be. Okay, so our water in our tubs here, this tub here and the other one over there has 2.5 gallons of water. So it is 2 teaspoons and a half a teaspoon. So it's a teaspoon per gallon of water. So this is where we're putting the, as we go through our workstation. But then here we have this tub full. So we're gonna take a short break, get some lunch, take these to the house to put them in a cooler spot and give us a little bit more space to work on out here. Okay, we're back and we have half the pears already done, and we wanted to do half the batch first because Jackie's got a new pressure canner. So she
water bather.
A new water bather, excuse me for not using the correct term. So she wanted to play with it first. So we're starting with the second batch you see in the background. So here we have the syrup that consists of
1 quart of water to a cup of sugar. And I have 3 quarts in there and 3 cups of sugar. And I've got to dissolve the sugar, then I'll add the pears.
Okay, you get all that done, get the pears added, and we'll bring you back. Okay, Jackie has the pears in one of these tubs, give or take, holds almost 8 quarts. We're hoping on that first batch it worked out that way, except for we had 3 left over. So we've got this pot full, and it's going to cook for how long?
It's got to come to a boil and boil for 5 minutes.
All right, so it's got to cook to a boil and then boil for 5 minutes. Then we take them out of there and put them in the jars.
Right, in hot jars.
Okay, after the pot comes to a boil and they cook for 5 minutes, see Jackie's filling the first 4 jars. She's trying to get as many in there as she can. So while most of them were the bigger size pears, we did do some small ones just so we can top jars off with. So that's why she does 4 jars at a time. That way she can figure out how to get them stacked in there. Now we did look online, and a can of 29-ounce pears was $3.99. 29-ounce can of pears was $3.99, and these are 32-ounce jars. So we was just doing that to figure out if we wanted to sell these, how much we should sell them for. So if you have a thought, how much should we sell them for? So just to take a gander, I'd say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's probably anywhere from 10 to 12 pear halves in one of those jars. So once she gets all 8 of these done, these 4 plus another 4, then we'll move them over there to the electric canner. And I'll bring you back when we get over there. Well, I guess it won't hurt to show you this, how she fills the jars up. So we looked in town today and couldn't find a wide mouth funnel. So we've got the regular size funnel, and then she is just ladling the sugar water out of the pot into each jar to the bottom of the first ring there. Okay, we're getting ready for another round of pears, so that means part one of this video is done. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or send me an email. It's in our about section and we'll try to answer what we can. So let's get ready for part two of our 2025 pear harvest season.